Good afternoon, Slot family. Anthony Bateman Sr. here. Coming to you this time for a little unboxing and basically just a wrap session. It helps me to talk to you guys. I get, I don't know. I get lonely. I was with Cheryl though yesterday, so that was nice. But she's off at her house doing her thing. But I got this from Pro Tinker right after I got my bigger order. They must have, well, they didn't send 2 cars yet, so I got to get those other 2 cars. So, but Brian, I don't know what Brian's going to do. Is he going to? I don't know if I paid for those or I got to pay for those. I'm thinking maybe I have to pay for those. But I like to say hi to my friends that I love and care about, John and Kim Deaver, Tammy Ray, Tom Ferschetti, I hope I got your name right, bro. Ryan from B&W, Blue, who keeps me laughing, and he got me kind of fired up on doing my train layout. And if I set up something small so I can run some trains. Jim from Slot Car Obsessions. You know what? I like these Tyco cars too. That car, I wish I could show it better, but I think that is really cool, the little car. Some HO cars are really neat. And I just got to get my track is the same old thing, but I did order these parts. That's supposed to. I can screw it down to the wood, so the track don't separate. So I'm hoping to get those. And all I can do, even though I paid Spider-Man, I'll amped up the money because this guy, you should see how he walks on this thing. He's so flexible, and he's being a little guy. He's strong too. So, and plus he's got a lot of knowledge. So, but anyways, I come down here a while ago, and say hi. I'm saying hello to Nobody's Home, Paul also, and my Tony Droney, and the rest of the brothers from Australia, Huges, and everyone else down there, and then my Canadian brothers, Joe, and I think Warren's from there too, and the rest of the Canadian brothers. I can't think of everybody's name, sorry. But I just came onto this MTH. I don't have enough brain power with shit like this, programming and shit. So I gotta get people to help me with this shit. I just can't get it. I suck when it comes to that. But I gotta, all this stuff I gotta put these boxes away so I could push this big tote. The tote's probably about, let's see, I would say it's almost 4 foot, and I have to push it. I have to push it back. So But I got to put all these, when I showed you guys, but I didn't, because that's what TV's good at doing, making messes. I don't have Anne Marie going behind me, straightening shit out. You know what I'm good at doing that though? Is helping people. But when it comes for myself, I stink at it. I just do. But so that's what's going on with me today. Today I come down here, I watch football, and I look at my fish, or I look at my man cave. I don't know if you guys do this, but I kind of think a lot. You know, this morning I got bad news. One of my friends passed away. He was only 55. His sister texted me in the morning, so I brushed my teeth and I went right up to the house. Dawn and Missy, you know, and he was only 55. You know what kills me? When people are good people, and he was a good human being, don't smoke, don't drink, don't carouse, just works. He worked for General Dynamics, and then that's where my brother Steve works. He's the next one down for me. And we knew him since he was a baby, because my parents used to be with their parents when they were younger. They hung around with each other. So that goes way back. But I just feel bad. You know, and then off duty, he had a business. What he did was electronic stuff, put in stereos or all kinds of shit. And he actually gave me something, but I never had him over because my shit's all over the place. So he was going to set up my speakers for me, and there was this unit where I can, it was a selector switch to select whichever speakers I want to listen to, but I don't care about that now. I just care about him. So I know he's with the Lord now, both his parents, but his sisters, you know, it's just a big loss. So that's why, like I tell you guys, I want to meet you guys, and I only have this truck, and I'm just going to go. When I get the chance, another thing, I have to see my aunts. My Aunt B lives down south, so I'm hoping, like some of you guys live in Florida, there's like Clearwater, hey Clearwater, 124, Greg, you know, he's the one too that has helped me, told me what to do with my track, because my track it's separated because shit. You know, I built a thing, I don't know if it's going. I built a thing out of my head, you know, with that won't go, with no directions. So it's like off maybe, probably like 3/8 of an inch. And I had to force it together. And I don't want to change it. The only thing, realistically, my layout, I wanted it to be 14 inches wide, because I wanted to do shit so there's no blind spots. But if I did that, it wouldn't be as long. And if the stairs weren't in the way, like the lollycoms, I still could get around that, but this is going to be good enough, you know. But my trains, I want my trains is going to be like an L shape. It's going to go this way. It's going to be narrow by my utility box, electrical. I can't block that. So it'll be narrow there. And then I want to have a bridge to bridge up. This is all in theory. The bridge over from the main layout over to my racetrack. But it's not going to interfere with the cars. And I'm not going to, I know guys run their trains when they're racing. I'm not going to do that. I mean, if I'm by myself, I could do that, but no. So, because I can, if I do that, I can have a long train, a long train. And that's the thing, with trains, it gets addicting too. It's like a, I don't know, it might be like a sickness. Because it's like, you know what? I ate a lot of words, and because now I see how my wife used to get excited, so I'm glad she sometimes went wild and bought what she wanted to get, really. I mean, she was like a addict ordering stuff, and I didn't care as long as the bills were covered, or help me out here, but I would get mad, but it would go away because I love her, but I'm glad she got to buy all the stuff she wanted to buy because now she's gone. Like one day she said to me, like the living room set and all that shit, she goes, I bought this for you. I said to her, I don't give a shit about that stuff. I care about you. A man can live anywhere. As long as there's I got to have it clean. I mean, clutter, I'm okay with that. But there's not going to be no bugs and roaches and shit. No way. I'd rather live in the woods. I don't, ugh. So, but I said, I could put together a couch using planks and shit if I had to. Guys don't care about that shit. I should speak for myself. I said, as long as I'm with you, I can live in a shoe. Because I love you. Care about that shit. But, after my wife passed away, and then after a while, when she was alive, I only put my stuff on, all this shit's from layaways, from a little at a time. It took years, really. Never even ran none of it. Because I didn't have all the schooling. If I had more schooling, you can make more money, but I'm not good at academics, man. I just ain't. Wish I was, but I'm not. But you know what I miss doing, really? I miss, my brain is still there. I still want to play football. I still want to lift weights. I used to lift weights every day of my life. Every day. When I got pissed, I'd go do some, even if my workout was done, I'd go do more irons. That's what I did. But I can't no more. You know what? I don't know, it don't matter. I'm just, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm just trying to do something because TB I sit and think too much. Like a thinking machine. I think so much where I have ADD, but when I was younger, it took me a while to control it, but I would think about all kinds of stuff. Or if I see kids not being able to have no food, I'd be worrying about them stuff. I couldn't, if I wasn't playing sports, my mind would be drifting off worrying. So I couldn't wait to go to sleep. Couldn't couldn't wait, so my brain will shut down. But yeah, Blue's got me. Blue Oval is Joe. He makes me laugh, you know. But I love all you guys, you know, every one of you equally. And I don't know. I think, Jen, I don't know if you mentioned in your letter where you're going deer hunting or something. I think it was you. I hope you get the bag one. My brother Steve, the next one down to me, he's seen several of them. He's seen a buck chasing another buck, but he couldn't shoot it. You know, you just can't take a shot. You got to be able to kill the thing. And me, I just want to eat meat. I'm not the guy who like, oh, I want a buck for horns and shit. I can give a shit about that. But when I used to go with my dad, he'd always, somebody in the family or whoever we were with would have a doe permit, and then whoever gets a doe, they can tag it with that permit. So I never told my father, never told him. But if I seen a doe, there's plenty of times I could have smoked that doe. I wouldn't, because they had young ones. I wouldn't do it. So one time my father, I was just there that time, but he don't care because he wants the meat. I want the meat too, but I won't. If I really needed it, if I was starving, I got to feed my family, of course I would. But other than that, I'm not going to kill it. Especially when it's got little babies. And my father did smoke a deer, and then he showed how it was the milk and shit, and I got pissed at my dad, but I never let him know it. Because I was like, you know, I'm not going to tell him don't kill it. You know, my father looked at me like I had 4 fucking heads. You know, but I won't do it. I used to watch him, and then one time I shouldn't swear, but I'm going to swear. He's an asshole. And that's what my father and the friends call him. We used to hunt. He's passed away, Sal Saviano, in New York State. He had beautiful property, and we would hunt over there. And I used to watch some little fawns all the time. I mean, they didn't have their little dots on them, you know, but they were little. And that he killed one. He was all happy and proud. And I wanted to, I shouldn't talk this, but I really wanted to punch him in his head. And he put it in the trunk. He had this little car, and he put it in the trunk of the car. I guess I was just besides myself. You know, I want meat, but I don't want it that bad. I won't do it. Like I said, unless I had to feed my family, you know. I can go to the store and get steak and fish and shit, pork. I do love venison, but I won't do that. I won't take a baby's life. Or a female. I won't do it. You know. And all the times I went, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get no deer. I didn't get a deer. But could have if I took the shot. But I would, like I said, I wouldn't. And all my brothers, I have 3 brothers. They all got deer. You know, and I don't think any of them got a doe. I think they're all like spike horns. My brother Rodney, though, he got a nice buck. And I don't know what possessed him when he took the saw and he cut the neck. He cut it too fucking short. I didn't say nothing to my brother, but I was like, why would you, to myself, why would you wound it? You know, like, well, what are you going to do? You know, some of this shit, I don't know what I get taking shit apart and I don't, oh, this could go over there. And I gotta pick this shit up. I'm supposed to come down here in the morning. Like I said, I come down just thinking, thinking about the past. I'm always thinking about people that are gone. You know, like one guy, Scott Mullet, he plays a guitar, and he used to race these cars too. And I wanted to, he's going to come here and we're going to jam a little bit. It never happened. That's why, for me, it's important for me that I want to meet you guys. I want to have fun. Go at like Tammy Ray's. He's always going to a place and racing cars. So, and you guys are all the guys I talk to on a regular basis, you're always welcome at my house. Always. But, yeah, I call my daughter Nicole. If my oldest daughter was here, I know her and her husband would help me. I know. My daughter Nicole, she's been wanting to help, but there's times I don't feel good. And Ivan wants to play, and I don't like to keep telling Ivan, Papa's I'm kind of tired, and I'm not lying to him. I wouldn't. But I don't know where the fuck. I got a big habit of swearing. But, oh yeah. I have this too. I have that's the Command DCS Center, the remote shit. I got all this shit. I bought 2 of those. I might even have 2 or 3, but what I wish I did was the Lionel hand controller. That's freaking sweet, and I blew that because I kept hemming and hawing on it, and I could have because the guy went out of business where I bought my other stuff, and it was, then it sold the next time I went up there, and then guys were getting really greedy. It was on eBay. I mean, way more than what I would pay for it. So I just screwed up, There's nothing, you know what? You can control shit on your cell phone. I don't want to control shit on my cell phone. I want the controller, the handheld thing, So, but I'm almost done packing these, and then put these, and then I push this tote underneath. Then I have another tote for that fish tank. I bought these huge power heads, what he told me I needed, but when I bought this tank, I lose my train of thought. It came with power heads. So, but this power head's huge, Scott. Forget how much water it can push. So, but really, that's a 210. I wanted a 300 gallon. And I think the reason why I didn't, because it wouldn't go through my door. It was too wide, but they have customs that are near where I could have got that, but I'm always complaining. I try to be satisfied for what I have. So I have it. I do enjoy it. Hopefully I'll be down here more. That tank hasn't been cleaned since my daughter last did it months ago. The glass and it kind of like takes care of itself, but I got this, it's like a scope. You drip the water on there and you look through it and it tells the specific gravity of the water. So I ain't even done that. But I know if my snails are still alive and my little crabs, the water's still good. But anyways, I don't know what I'm going to get done. I hate saying I'm going to do something and I don't do it. I want to do it and it's like a mental thing. I just sit and think like a broken fucking computer. Just think of stuff I should have put this in. I think of shit that is out of my control. I hate when I do that, but that's who I am. Oh shit. Where's that box? That's the diesel. It's just remembering. I guess it don't matter. I'm just thinking. But anyways, that's what's going on with me. I just sitting and thinking how I want to meet you guys, thinking about, we call that Social Security. Are they going to screw up my stuff again? I don't know why. I mean, all rich people ain't bad. They're just not. I don't begrudge what they earn, but when you're greedy, it ticks me off. Because if the rich paid their fair share, when Warren Buffett got on and he talked how his niece pays more taxes, way more than he does. He's a billionaire. What's wrong with that picture? So I want to do as much as I can. If I can just channel this mental shit. Because like my friend Paisan down here, he's in his 80s. And I just look at how much stuff he does every day. And then a couple of days this week, I didn't see him. He told me he had the gout. But other than that, that's a strong human being. All that heavy lifting I did, I look at all the great guys, like all of them, like Billy Graham, the wrestler. He played professional football and he boxed. Then you got Kemp Patera, he was an Olympic lifter. And then I loved Ivan Putski, Polish Power. I loved him. And then Jesse the Body Ventura. The charisma and shit. I looked at the wrestling like the circus, I didn't take it like they're really mad at each other. Sometimes I think they said that they did get mad at each other. But to me, it reminded me of the circus when I went, watching everybody, rooting and going crazy, and some people taking it serious. But getting slammed down there in mat, that's going to hurt. Some of the stuff. But anyways, Rick Rude, but I like some villains, you know. It's all in fun, not real villains. I hate real villains. I think real villains should be put to really. But for fun villains, nothing wrong with that in my mind. But I have a lot of different radiuses of track, you know, a lot of different. I mean, this don't even touch. This shit don't even touch what I have. Really. Don't even touch what I have. Look at this. If I can get it out without breaking shit. This, I wanted to incorporate, but it's too big. I have O-scale shit too. The only thing is I just have, see, I got to clean that up. I don't know if you can see it. The brass, something got on there. I don't think it's for me. I think it's the way I bought it. And then the track I really wanted was Atlas O. I mean, look at this shit. That's like nickel steel. That's like prototypical. I mean, granted, this shit is real wood on there. But this is it was $10. Wait a minute, see if you can see this. It was $10 a piece, but I got it for $6. So this shit, you know, I quit really drinking and going to bars and shit a long time ago. So, but I still have a beer every now and then, and I have my wine every now and then. But to go out and I used to go. My wife and I, we'd go to a pub. But the last time we went, we played shots and pool, and we got some. My wife loved hamburgers, so we did that. And then one time, we got fish, and we had the whole pool room to ourselves, you know. And but other than that, no, I'm not gonna go sit in the bar and drink and, you know, like my friend Jerry. He was really nice with the son when he comes. He likes. We go to a pub, and I have Guinness. Don't really bother me, so I usually have a Guinness. I have to be careful which brands I drink because it fucks with my medicine. But instead of drinking, I went and bought my trains. You know. Now I always keep Anne Marie happy. I let her. You know, can I buy this tone? Blah blah blah. But when I heard that the UPS truck run by, and I knew it was coming here, I said, I know you didn't. And she go, leave me alone, Tone. And I go, I'll go like this. It seemed like the truck was coming 4 to 5 days a week sometimes. So that truck has got to, even when I hear it now, I laugh because I think of my beautiful wife ordering, I don't know. She had a kick on, the lamps are beautiful, but the quality sucks. They're made in India. No quality. They're stained glass lamps. They're beautiful. But buying them things, or jewelry, or shoes, you know. But I love those feet of hers. I used to kiss them all the time. So I didn't care if she bought shoes, because she was going to use them. But when it was some fandangle thing, you know, she didn't care if you buy it and then be like I don't know, what you call that, knick-knack or some shit. But Anyways, getting back to the stuff. I got to put this one back in the box. Gran Rio. I have a Gran Rio engine. I showed you. I put it on my. It's a framing nailer, or one of those. No, it's probably a brad nailer. Air power. Porta cable. I got them sitting on the box. So hopefully I'll get this bench work done. This couch is going to be, I could actually push it under that layout for now, because the couch, not a couch, it's a chair. So the chair's going to come out right where I'm sitting. So I figure if I'm going to build it bigger. It's going to only build it 4 foot, but I'm going to make it 6 foot wide this way. And it's going to be, I think, 16 foot long that way, but it's going to taper down. It's going to be narrow because I got to get to the panel. So I got to try to make 2 lanes. It'll probably be a radius of, this radius. I don't even have my glasses. I don't even remember what the radius is. So maybe, and then I'll have stuff for sidings. And then but this railroad, it was going to be mainly for doing railroad operations. But at one point, it was going to be the whole cellar. But I figured, oh, that's another thing. All the guys that belong to the train club, I know a lot of them guys are dead. I should say passed away. That sounds better. So, but I can interact and have more fun with different people. Hopefully get people, once they see everything going, I hope, well, Freddie definitely said he's going to buy some cars. I think Thane said he was going to buy a car. He's probably interested. But I don't know. But Thane just lost his poor wife. He's another friend that lives up the street. I know Werner, he likes to race. So I have plenty of cars, And then there's Matt. He wants to race, so. But. And then when my grandkids come, but they're not going to be coming too much more now, I don't think. Because they're going to Texas. I wish they were going to, I wish he got assigned to upstate New York, Fort Drum. That would have been cool. But he has to go where they tell him, He's proud of him, My son-in-law, Ben. Proud of my daughter, Desiree, too. Proud of all my kids. But I just wish I had, like my girlfriend. She gets mad, I call her part-time girlfriend because she's at her place. And the dog I got her because Corky passed away and my girlfriend couldn't stop crying. She lost over 60 pounds. Or her freaking face shrunk. Her body parts are like, and I said, you got to stop, or else you're gonna die, So I got her a dog. He's cute. She named him Milo. He's a brewer. He's cool looking. He's got like long hair and he's funny, What I love, when she tries to get him on his leash, he runs back and forth, and then last night he had to use my grandson's hockey net to go on one side of the coffee table, and so she could grab him. But he can never get loose because he would run right out on the road and get smoked like the poor people, my friends across the street, the Sanfords. They had my godparents had one. It's a terrier family. I can't even think because of my brain fart, but that dog, I seen it happen. He went out on the road, got smoked, and he went back to his yard and he died. It was terrible. So they never got another dog. But anyway, she can't bring him down here because he puts everything in his mouth. He's still a puppy, everything. There's too much stuff down here that he's going to get into or chew my wires, So it kind of sucks. But even before that, she only come down here a few times. She helped me when I first started queening and getting moving stuff. But other than that, no interest. You can't force people if they don't like something. They don't like it. I'm the type of person I like to have somebody with me. So, but I have you guys, and I just do a little at a time, and eventually it's going to get done. Whenever I see my heart doctor, I know it ain't going to happen, but I wish I could have some testosterones. But I know I can't. It'll finish me off. But anyway, Slop family, I've got to wrap this up because, like I always tell you, I don't want to be rambling. And I love yous all, and I hope you enjoy your Sunday. I'm trying to, even though I had bad news, and I just pray for my friends and just try to enjoy my day as best as I can, and try not to bitch about my pain and stuff because that nobody wants to listen to that. That gets old, So, unless you went through it yourself. But I've been looking at this bag. No, there's just so much shit down here. Oh, here it is. I even bought, I'm sure I'll use it somewheres, but it's all Atlas. I seen it and I grabbed it. Atlas track. You know what? If I could, I would do my whole track in Atlas. There's this guy I watch. His name is Eric Siegel. Eric's Trains. He's really knowledgeable. I think for me he's the best. But I have shit this size. I have a lot of track really. But most of it is Gargrades. Breaking the rubber bands like this size. Then I think it's the same as I showed you. Yeah, it's more this size. Got a bag with it. I just bought it up because I know I can use it somewheres. But with the Atlas, I went in the middle of the track. I wanted to build a trestle. And I think it'd be cool, you know, if I can make like a canyon. But got that up. Then I have totes underneath. I have 2 totes. And I believe in those 2 totes. They're pretty big totes. It's all train stuff. There's tracks and cars, and then then I have cars in this it was like a bunk bed underneath the drawers. I have train cars in there too. I wanted to build because my dad loved beer. He loved beer until he got cancer. He stopped all that stuff. He did. I miss my parents dearly. My Aunt Doe. My Aunt Doe is like my fairy godmother. She taught me a lot of stuff too. She taught me how to tie my shoes. She taught me how to earn money. Like she had my Uncle Bob show me how to operate the lawnmower and the hedges. My grandmother had the clippers like this, but my aunt had electric hedge clippers. I think I was like 8 maybe. And my Uncle Bob taught me how to use them, you know, so I can earn money to buy my hobby stuff. Whether it be fishing lures or cars, slot cars, or Estes rockets, Estes rocket engines, food, of course, you know, models. I love my Aunt Doe. I used to go see her every day when I was a kid, even an adult. Well, when I met my first wife, because I was busy with her, but I still see my Aunt Doe. You know, miss my grandmothers, but I miss my Aunt Doe more. And the Parkins, my godparents, Art and Rose. So, but anyway, Slot Family, I'm almost at 50 minutes, so this is supposed to be slot cars, but I'm going to be doing other stuff too. Hope, you know, maybe playing my bass on here. My horn, I suck at it now. Drammery died. You got to keep playing it, or else you'll lose your lip. I even bought a violin to take lessons. I do want to master it before I shit the bed. And I love banjo, but I'm all over the place. I gotta complete this. Well, this is never going to be really completed. I'll work on this for the rest of my life. But my ATVs out there, I bought also a portable carport. And that's I have to do the ground. I burned all that shit up, so now I got to get rid of all the ash. And then I'll just use my, I gotta, maybe if Louis can come over with his laser and then make a square, like a rectangle, and I could dig out certain parts. I just sit down and do a little bit and sit down and do a little bit. My baby brother's got a Tamper power one. My baby brother Sean, so because I want to put that it's called airport mix or shale down, and then put a tarp down, a plastic one or a rubberized one, and then maybe a canvas on for a floor, so I have something halfway decent. So But that's what I plan on doing, Slop Family. I'm watching the time too. I'm like at 50 minutes. I figure people, if they don't like it, they're going to turn it off. I just wanted to talk to you guys. And if you would, give me a thumbs up and then subscribe. But if you don't want it, you don't have to. You know, it just helps me out. They call it analytics. I still got to look that up to see what that means. So, but anyways, on this channel too, I also do wood turnings. I'm rusty at that too, but that was addiction too. So I'll be doing vases and bowls and maybe lamps, you know. But then I like to weld too, so we'll see. I have a lot of stuff I want to do, but I just have to try to concentrate the best I can, even though I kind of suck at it. To be totally honest with you guys, because I think too much. I'm a thinking machine. A fucked up power chip in my brain cells. It's hard to read for me too, because I'm not saying it that people be sorry for me, because I'm not the type of person. I have dyslexia really bad. It's weird how you put shit in reverse. It's crazy how my brain does that. You know, I had a hard time in school because of that. You know. So I love being a firefighter. Just got to be brave. Gotta pay attention and learn how to take orders, you know. Even though sometimes I would get pissed off because there's certain guys in there that, just like anywhere else, they're dickheads. Goes to their head. But the majority of guys are really great, and I love them, because if it wasn't for them, I would have lost my house when I had my knees done. Because they paid, and I'm thankful you guys, they paid me my way for like, I would say 4 months. 4 months maybe, a little bit more. I don't know, my hell. See this shit. I don't know. I think this is the box. Yeah, it is. I just got that styrofoam in there. I think I did it in reverse. I think New York's, they got Chicago Bears by 17 New York, Chicago Bears 10. Whoops. So, I'm sure a lot of people already, they're not going to watch this whole thing, me just talking. Unless there's nothing on, there ain't nothing on television. That's why I watch YouTube. I watch sports. I watch my racing, but I like Europeans. I like the United States too, but I like F1 cars, and you know, I don't know the name of a lot of cars, even though this is my hobby. Well, I have to still learn on a lot of cars. My wife, she loved cars. She can tell you all about cars. how much horsepower there is. That's why, if she was alive, I know she would get into this with me. My trains, she wanted to help, well, Cheryl does too. She wanted to help with the artwork, you know. Just sucks, man. Oh shit, you know what? See, I got Gavin, and there's this plastic piece that goes in here. If I can get it. If I can get it out. No, I might have even gained some weight, and I just, like this, I take this, and then I gotta shut this off. I have this diabetes stuff that's called Manjaro, and it's helped me, did help me lose quite a bit of weight. But now I kind of plateaued off because it makes me so, I'm not hungry like I was, but I'm doing what my wife used to do, and I used to tell her, don't do that. And I'm doing the same thing. And that is, she would eat sweets, and she'd go, don't worry, Tone, I'm going to cover it with insulin. You know, like it's like she used insulin like it was an antidote. Let me do all this bad stuff, and then I'll cover it. Well, I told her not to do something one time, and she got pissed, and she made banana Fosters. And it's bananas, brown sugar, and I forgot what liqueur's in the thing. And then when the sugar starts to melt, and then you with the liqueur in there, and then at the very end you'll light it to burn alcohol off. She was good at making gourmet food, Anne-Marie, and she wound it up in intensive care with a trach down her throat. And they told her don't do it. She did it anyways. But I'm kind of doing almost what she's doing because I drink the whole thing of iced tea, full of sugar, full of fucking sugar. Let's see, this probably won't. Well, yeah, it'll work. It's just like a cover. Like, I know if I had my dog, my dream dog, whichever one I'm going to get, I know that would help me out a lot. Because I've always, like Cheryl, I used to get mad at her because I'd say, you're talking to that fucking dog more than you talk to me. You know? But Forrest, I used to, we all talk to Forrest. That was my dog. Beagle Chow and Pitbull. He was awesome. My cousin Shirley, if she's seen us in the truck, she'd always say, I see you got your mascot with you. Because I did. I took him when I can, you know. But when we went for a long trip to the ocean, he broke that window out every time until I asked my brother Rodney, would he come by and just stay at him just a little bit, you know, keep him company, and it worked. But my dog would break out the window, and I wanted to beat his ass the first time, but I couldn't because he just wanted to be with us. So I didn't scold him. Shit. So, I hate forcing stuff. Every time I force something, my father pops in my head. You know, or my school teacher, Murph. You know. Like one time, my dad always said, don't use any dull tools. So what I do, I was lazy. I was cutting a piece of sheetrock for the upstairs with my ex-wife. That's another thing, My ex-wife was pretty handy. Them guys were both beautiful, but they're tomboys. So they were good helpers, you know. And I ended up putting that whole blade in my forearm, but I missed everything. So I try not to use dull shit, because my dad, like I said, or when I'm doing something dumb, either him or Murph pop in my head. Murph was my carpentry teacher. He was a Korean veteran. I told a story about him on one of my channels. His duty was to burn people with a flamethrower. That's like, wow. But anyways, I'm gonna go, Slot family, because I talk about everything under the sun, really. So I don't know what I want to eat. I was thinking maybe eating bad again today. But I did buy last night, bought some boiled ham and some, I love rye bread with mustard. But I felt like going buying they're mini hot dogs with chili and that kind of thing. So, but I'm gonna go because there's gonna be dead air with me just intermittent stopping, not talking. But anyways, love you, Slot family. I hope you enjoyed my content. Didn't really show you too much, but I tell you what I was up to today, and we'll see if any bench work gets done. So, till next time, I wish you a nice Sunday, and I love yous all, and I pray that yous all be healthy. I pray for all the veterans that keep us safe. I pray for all the children in the hospitals that need help, you know. And I pray for Dawn and Missy and her siblings and family that lost their brother. In Jesus' name, I have these prayers. And I love you, family. Catch you next time. Peace out.